Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 17. I haven't really done a whole lot of work off camera. I killed a few more spiders. I finished up my workshop over here so it looks nice and pretty. I got my bees going again, and I did go ahead and put myself an induction furnace in this room. Induction furnace, I'm sure you guys remember the recipe for that. It's just the machine blocks that I had left over from Industrialcraft with some copper and an electric furnace. It's no big deal. Underneath there I have an MV transformer stepping down the voltage from my MFSU so that it doesn't blow my thing up. And then over in this room I also have another one. Now I put one in this room for a reason, and that's because I need to teach it something for what I'm about to do. I'm going to put, let's see here, I'm going to put my workbench right there. That's fine. It's not going to interfere with what I'm doing in any way whatsoever. Actually, yeah, it's not going to interfere. So I'm going to need my cobblestone transport pipes and my basic logistics pipes, because there's one thing that I'm going to need my system to know how to make. I'm going to need it pretty regularly, let's put it that way. It is refined iron, of which I have absolutely none in my chest at the moment. Where did it go? Did I put it in my Industrialcraft stuff? No? Am I actually completely out of refined iron? Nope, there it is. I have 37 pieces, but for what I'm about to do, that is not going to cut it. So I need to teach my system how to make refined iron. In order to do that, I'm going to need a crafting logistics pipe, which is 2 pieces of glowstone. So I'm going to need 2 glowstone dust. Notice I'm missing a lot of my coal. That's because if you look in the Industrialcraft chest, I have a bunch of coal dust. I added coal to my automatic maceration system. I'm also going to need an iron ingot and a refined iron ingot. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to talk to this table here, and I'm going to say, hey, I need a crafting logistics pipe. So, got that. I'm going to come over here, and for right now, I'm just going to run basic cobblestone pipe. It doesn't have to be anything really exciting for right now. I'm going to bring it up to here, and then up here, I'm going to put this crafting logistics pipe. If I click on that with my wrench, I'm going to be able to tell that, hey, if you get an iron ingot, you can expect to get a refined iron ingot. Now, what happens if I come over here? First of all, let's put my remote orderer back on my hotbar. Let's get my laser out of my hotbar. I tend to have accidents when I'm carrying a laser around on my hotbar. Let's take all the refined iron out of this system for the moment. And we're going to come over here and we're going to say, hey, logistics system, I need a refined iron bar. It's going to say request successful. Okay, I don't have any refined iron in the system, but I know how to make it. And here it comes. We have refined iron. So we now have a way to make refined iron. This is important because what I'm about to do is pretty excessive. I have in my Industrialcraft chest 13 solar panels. Let's go get those out. My goal is to end up with 64 of these things. I'm going to try to produce an MV solar array. Now, I'm pretty sure I have the resources for it, but I'm going to do this 10 at a time. That way, if I run out of resources, I know. So let's talk to the system and let's say, give me 10 solar panels. Request is successful, and we are going to sit here and we are going to watch the ballet as my system is pulling out everything that it needs to make those 10 solar panels. It's tossing a whole bunch of refined iron over to my system over there so that it can cook up and come out. And now it's going to start spitting out solar panels, one at a time. It's making the circuits, it's making the batteries, it's making the furnaces, it's making the generators, it's putting everything together with the refined iron, and it's coughing up solar panels. Now, it's doing it relatively slowly, but if you've ever tried to make these things yourself, you know that it's a lot faster than we could do it ourselves. Oh, it's got everything it needs. Now we're just waiting on refined iron. $23 solar panels. Nice. Let's do that again, but let's do 20 this time. Let's really send our system for a loop. Ooh, did it not like that request? Oh, I didn't tell it what to request, did I? Request successful. Means I have everything on my system to make 20 more of these things. While that goes, let's come over here and take a look in my induction furnace, and it's actually cooking up this iron pretty quick. Although I'm kind of surprised at how slow it's sending the iron out to be cooked. While that runs there, what do you say we give it a little hand, since we just threw a major order at it? We're going to come over here to our metal bars chest, and we're going to pull out 2 stacks of this iron. We're going to toss it in this induction furnace. And that's going to get us a crap ton of this refined iron. While that cooks, we're going to head back over to our system because it should have gotten the resources to spit out a solar panel by now. No, not quite. Still thinking about it? They're still sending the iron over pretty slow. Oh, now it's sped up. We're still pulling a ton of copper and a ton of rubber for cables. We should be able to come over here and pull our refined iron out by now. Let's feed that into the system here, give it a little help. Notice a huge void in our metal chest now. It looks like we've cooked up the last of our iron. It's pulling out more copper, it's pulled out a lot of tin. And we have laying over here a bunch of solar panels. 27 of them. A battery. It must be because we took the stuff out that it needed. Okay, that's fine. We'll just come over here and replace our order. How about you just give me 3 to round out a nice even 30? And it coughed out another battery. There's 29. Then here comes the last one. There's 30. I wonder if maybe... Oh yeah, look at this. That's because I interrupted the order mid-order. So it's confused now. Okay, you still know how to make generators. How about you? How badly did you get messed up? Not too badly. So, take that as a lesson, people. Whoa, hello. We just need to request a whole bunch of generators to finish a whole bunch of solar panels. 16 generators to be precise. Actually, I need to go toss my batteries and my furnaces in here, because I would prefer it pull these before it make more. And we should probably check the rest of the system. In order to do that, I'm going to have to bore through the wall here. It's okay, I'll rebuild this off camera. I just built it not too long ago anyway, so no big loss. Okay. What did we mess up? There's nothing in that one. Or that one. That one knows how to make apatite. There's my circuits. There's my cables. There's my bog earth. There's my humus. Furnace, battery, machine block, generator. Well, it's not too messed up. If we request 16 generators, missing 29 iron ingots. Well, we need to get some iron. Now, there is something here that I am going to do that I will probably not do again. There is some call it a bug, some call it a feature, between equivalent exchange and red power that allows you to take buckets made out of tin and put them in an alloy furnace and get iron at a 1-to-1 ratio. I am going to do it right now this one time, simply because I don't want to have to go mining, and I want to finish as much of this build as possible. Some people see this as an exploit, some people don't, because I mean, it allows you to make buckets, it allows you to smelt the buckets, so it's, in my opinion, it's definitely an exploit, but it can be a useful one. Especially if you're like me and you have crap tons of tin. Which I do because ore generation's on. But this is going to allow me to get about a stack of tin out of that stack of, or a stack of iron out of that stack of tin. Let's toss that into our system and let's finish this build. None of this would have happened had I not messed around with it. Alright, let's try that again. 16 generators, please. And now, because our system is getting what it needs, it's not going to cough out the generators, it's going to put the generators in the solar panel maker and use those to fulfill the last request. So instead of coughing out the generators, it's going to cough out the finished solar panels. And now it's pulling a ton of iron to be cooked into refined. And it's finishing up as fast as it can. This should be 46 solar panels. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do the full 63 that I wanted, but that's okay. It'll get us a good start. How are we doing for rubber? We have plenty of rubber. We are very short on iron, so we are going to need more iron before we do this. I'm not going to convert any more tin. Plenty of redstone. And we're going to need some LV transformers. An LV transformer is copper cable, bit of wood. Don't need that much, but it's fine. And we're going to need some copper cables. How many are we going to need? Well, we're about to find out. For right now, we need 10 copper cables. Let's just go request him straight out of the system here. How's our overflow chest doing? We got 5 in there already, so... I don't know if you noticed or not, but did you notice that the copper updated real time when I made that request? And there it goes, sending a few more copper cables down the, or one copper cable, I guess, down the default route to store for later use. So we'll come in here, we'll take the solar panels out for the moment. We'll convert the wood over. Toss everything we need up there. Copper, cables, wood, get your LV transformers, and no, there. That gets you a low voltage solar array. Now I have 6 solar panels, it takes 8 to make an array. Let's see if I can get 2 more solar panels. Logistics system, I would like 2 solar panels. And off it goes, doing its thing. Now, I've done some thinking about where I want the power for this entire operation to come from. I could mount them on the roof, but I don't really like that idea. Because then I gotta run cables up through the walls, and it's just a mess. I think what I want to do is I want to have a power plant of sorts right here. But this house is in the way. If you can call it a house, the test certificates won't even use it. It's so tiny that they don't even count it as a house. So why should I? I want to make that house go away. Or actually, wait, no, it was this one that I want to make go away. This is where I want my power plant to be. Because right down there is where my MFSU is. So this house has to go away. The easiest way to make that house go away is to use the axe of the stream, but it's almost destroyed. I don't want to have to make another one. This is where the Thaumic Repairer comes into play. Or Thaumic Restorer. That's it. It requires an animated piston, a little bit of iron, some enchanted wood. I have 2 pieces of enchanted wood, so I need to get a little more. So we'll take our greatwood logs. We'll take, let's see, we still have the most of Vis crystal, so we'll take one of those. And now, here's something that I discovered while I was playing around the other day. I'm actually going to grab some nicolites. Because while I was playing around the other day, I discovered that nicolite is a great source of thaum. It takes 10 cobblestone to get 1 thaum and 1 vis. It only takes 1 nicolite to get 3 thaum and 3 vis. But if we're going to mess around with thaum, why would we do it the hard way? Why would we use more than we have to? So let's pick up our crucible. Yep, we are going to upgrade our crucible. First we are going to go to the Crucible of Eyes, which I'm going to have to consult the Thaumonomicon to figure out how to build. I think I might actually have to use the infuser. If that's the case, I might have to make another crucible. Which I guess wouldn't hurt, because eventually I'm probably going to want to make a crucible of souls too. Someone came up with a very, very nasty idea that I absolutely love. He said, hey, you should take one of those spawners that you got and put a crucible of souls on top of it so that any mobs that spawn get consumed for taint and use that for your taint experiments. I love the idea. I'm probably going to do it at some point here. But for right now, I'm just going to grab my Thaumonomicon. And we're going to go paging through Where is it? Crucible of Eyes. Yeah, it has to be infused from a regular crucible. So I'm going to have to put this crucible back down, probably. And then what's the Thaumium crucible take? Yeah, that has to be infused too. So, may as well grab what I need while I'm here. I'm going to need the wood. I'm going to need a Thaumium ingot, so I'm going to need another Vis crystal. I'm also going to need a piece of, we'll use silver, since I have a surplus of that. And I need to make a regular crucible, which is a cauldron, any crystal, and a furnace. So we'll take another Vis crystal, not that many. We're going to need some iron. I think I might have just enough iron left after all of my crap to do this. Okay, there is the cauldron. There is the furnace. The furnace with the cauldron on top and a Vis crystal on top of that will give me a second crucible. Let's go drop the crucible down. And I'm going to have to do something about the taint that I have in this area really soon. I might even start working on that a little bit this episode. I'm 20 minutes in. I have a little bit of breathing room. So let's throw in 10 Nikolite. That should get us quite a bit of Vis. It'll also get us quite a bit of taint, but hey, whatever. Alright, so we need the crucible, and damn it. Well, while we're here, Greatwood log and a Vis crystal is going to get us some more enchanted wood. A Vis crystal and silver ingot is going to get us a Thaumium ingot. I need redstone, and I need an eye. Note to self, set up a portal. Alright, and spider eye. There it is. And of course I didn't set up the portal, but I think I have everything. So I shouldn't have to run back this way again. I need to fix that eyesore at some point. Alright, the crucible with the spider eye and the redstone is going to pull a ton of Vis, and it's going to give us the crucible of eyes. That, with 2 Thaumium ingots, is going to pull another crap load. Oh. Did you hear that groan? I need to do something about the Vis and taint percentage here. It's getting to have way too much taint, not enough Vis. It's not liking it. They're starting to groan a little bit. Let's take that, let's break this out, and let's put down the Thaumium crucible instead. Let's toss some Nikolite into that. That's going to infuse it with more Vis and less taint. So, that's a good thing. We need a way to lower the taint. There's no getting around it. You do that with a Vis filter. Well, this is one of the ways you can do it. I'm getting completely away from what I was originally doing. How much enchanted wood do I have? 7. That's not enough to do everything that I want to do. So for right now, I'm just going to stall the problem. By tossing in a whole bunch of Nikolite and letting that process out. That's going to give me 3 V's and 1 taint for every Nikolite, which is going to help fill my tanks with some good pure V's and not boost my taint production too much. Run back over here. See, I knew I should have set up the portal. I didn't have everything I needed. We'll toss that away, and we're going to need a vaporous crystal. And what else do we need for an animated piston? It's a gold bar and a regular piston, plus a V's crystal. So we need a little redstone. We got the wood in here. I got the cobblestone in my inventory. Good. Okay, so cobble and wood. Like that, and that there gives me a piston. And I never did go back and get these solar panels, did I? So those solar panels sat there for so long that they decayed. Oh, I'm an idiot sometimes. Oh well. I didn't lose too much in the way of resources for it. Let that be a reminder though, kids. Don't walk away and get completely distracted while you're building something expensive. Speaking of not walking away, Thalmic Restorer. 2 iron, enchanted wood. I don't have the iron on me, it's in my table. There's that. Whoa, that's a healthy looking slime. Come on. I seriously need to put up some fire seals around this place sometime soon. I'm just afraid it's going to roast the certificates if one of them gets too close to a slime. Okay, crystal, bar, piston. Okay, we're sitting at 82%. Animated piston. We'll just come and get the workbench that I left over here. And iron, enchanted wood, animated piston, Thalmic Restorer. The Thalmic Restorer repairs items for you. Costs some V's to do it. We'll just put him, say, right there. And if you put an item in here, you're going to notice it's going to start pulling V's. Ooh, I don't like what it's doing to the taint level, though. It's raising the taint level there. Let's enchant a little more of that wood and go ahead and build ourselves a couple of those V's filters. Now, they do have a negative side effect. Alumentium, V's conduits, enchanted wood, so I have enough iron on me to do... Yeah, I have enough iron on me to do 2. So we'll go ahead and do 2. For that, I'm going to need 2 more pieces of enchanted wood. Well, 2 more logs worth of enchanted wood. Which means I'm also going to need some V's crystals. And I need some V's conduits, which I have some of those left over. And I'm going to need some of that aluminium stuff, which is redstone and glowstone. Or was it coal? I can never remember. One of them is aluminium, one of them is nitor. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure it's the glowstone, because... Or no. Glowstone's going to be the nitor. I think coal is going to be the aluminium, so we'll try the coal first. Coal, redstone. There it is, aluminium. And enchanted wood. Throw the wood in, throw the V's crystals in. Oh. Don't break. Don't break. Please don't break. I've heard that when V's tanks break, they do really, really bad things. There's our V's filters. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to put on my armor of you can't kill me. Just in case this tank gives out while I'm doing this. Okay, these are going to pull some of the taint out of this. $458. Yeah, see, 123, 122, 121, but you can see what it's doing to the local aura. It's dumping it right into the atmosphere. This is not... Oh, crap! Wow! That scared the crap out of me. And now I have these tainted blocks where my glowstone used to be. Whew. Okay, well... If nothing else, it's now reducing that tank's level. Oh man, that scared the living crap out of me. So that's what happens when a V's tank fails. Probably the only reason it didn't corrupt anything else is because everything else that was in here was modded items and not regular items. I'm glad I decided to build this little workshop of mine out of red power stuff. I wonder if that's a bug. Well, yeah, I mean, there's tainted ground outside too. That was pretty scary. Alright, I'm just going to let that process. Now, I'm going to have to come up with a better way to get... Oh yeah, look at this. I wonder how deep that went. Looks like it only went 1 block deep, which is overall not a terribly bad thing. Alright, well, we've had our fun, so I think I'm actually going to wrap this episode up a little early. I'm just running on the 35-minute mark now, and I've been doing a lot of long videos recently, and I have some stuff that I need to do off camera if I'm going to properly take care of this problem I've got. So off camera, I'm going to go do some mining. I'm going to probably set up a drop trap with the skeleton spawner at least, because I've discovered that rotten flesh makes for really good research materials if you're doing forbidden research. Not so much for regular, but one of the items that I desperately need is out of the forbidden tract. So I think that's what I'm going to work towards. I'm going to check around here, make sure nothing else got tainted. I'm going to repair my room here. I'm going to finish building the rest of those LV solar arrays, and then I'm not going to take the next step until I get back. Let's see here. You know what? Let's go ahead and just break these. That's just going to dump it straight into the air, but that's fine. I've got this tank down to a point where it's a little more safe. I need to replace that tank too. I guess it's a good thing I had a spare, huh? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call this one here. I'm going to do a little bit of the boring stuff off camera, gather some more resources, and then I'm going to come back next time when I'm ready to start doing some more cool stuff. So until then, this has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Modded Minecraft, episode 17. Hope you guys are enjoying it and having fun watching me blow things up, and I'll catch you next time.